Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up, episode 3. I'm Lori.
I'm Jen.
Today, we're going to talk about some customer service issues. We've all experienced them. Do you ever find yourself in need of reaching out to a company or a service provider for assistance or help? Scratch your head like, what the fuck was I thinking by sitting on hold and dealing with automated nonsense? These are all true stories. I'm sure our audience has experienced something similar. If not, deem yourselves very
Oh,
lucky.
absolutely. I mean, I have found myself loudly enunciating representative many times. I'm pressing down on zero for an operator, praying I can communicate with a human who can actually solve my quandary. Nope. I get transferred all over, I get hung up on, or I'm going to escalate this to a supervisor.
Sold.
Yes, exactly. And then they disconnect you. Love that one. Or you try to order something, it comes in wrong multiple times, and you say to yourself, maybe I didn't actually need this, and I need to speak to a human being. Well, you make a phone call to God knows where, you're obviously calling outside of the country, and you get a thank you for calling Fanatics. This is David. How may I assist you?
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning where they are.
Yeah, and it's definitely not his name. You know this. And I'm like, oh, hi, David. I ordered a sweatshirt, and you guys sent me a Patriot sweatshirt, and I'm a Bills fan, and I need it for the game in Buffalo next week, and it's kind of a problem for me. And he responds back to me, well, it's good to be a patriot, ma'am. No, David, not in this context. It is not good to be a patriot. He says, well, you can keep this sweatshirt. And I say to him, no, just please send me a label and I will return it. You don't understand. A Bills fan cannot
See, that's where
wear
you
a
made the mistake.
Patriots
Once you
sweatshirt.
asked for a label, you just threw their script
Oh,
completely off.
absolutely. Like he had to like roll back to like subset B. I really fucked up
He's
David's.
flipping through the pages
Like,
in his
how do I
pre-book.
respond to this lady? I don't know. So he's like, you can keep it, you could donate it. I'm like, no, I just want to give it back to you. Give me the return label. And then I don't even know if I ever got the return label. I think I actually just threw it away because that cannot remain in my house, as we know. Or I like this one, like today.
But how long did that take? How long was that phone call?
Oh, this was easily like a 7 minute plus conversation with this guy. And he's like, so how's the weather where you are? I'm David, I don't have time for your bullshit.
Suck the air all
He
out.
was so nice. He was like incredibly nice, but I was just not having it. I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy something when I'm in Buffalo. I'm gonna move on from here.
And his name wasn't David.
His name was definitely not David, but really, really felt. This was a nice fellow. But today I had to schedule a pickup from FedEx. This is a good one. I call up, I give them the tracking number because I already had my label, and my voice was not being recognized by the commands. So I get transferred to a representative. I give them the number. This is funny. 533-2080-33332. She keeps adding an extra three. I said, no, when she reads it back to me, I said, there's only four threes. At the end, she says, oh, it's a four. I say to her, no, Rita, let me read it back to you. Yes, Lori, you cannot make this shit up. I literally lost 8 minutes of my life this afternoon reading back numbers, and I felt like the Count on Sesame Street.
But you know what? At least you had
I
numbers.
did. I had numbers.
If you had letters, it's an
Oh,
entirely different ball.
absolutely. And then at the end, it's please hold for our survey. I love that. Where you have like a special event coming up and, you want to order something, whether it's like, shoes or a dress or a jacket or whatever, or you need a tie, let's say for something for your husband or your kid or whatever. So my son was graduating from college last year and school colors are green and white. So I'm like, oh, cool. Don't know what the weather's going to be like there. Springtime in Michigan, you never know. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to order myself a cool pair of sneakers because we all know that I like sneakers. So I go to order a pair of green and white. This is what I'm going to wear, even if I'm wearing a dress, whatever, because I'm walking like 8,000 miles on that campus.
I think you had more sneakers than Jerry Seinfeld.
I like my sneakers,
I
Lori.
know.
You're being very hurtful
No,
today.
I love the
Yes,
sneakers.
I'm a big sneaker person. We know this. So I order these sneakers. They come from France. They send me black sneakers. So this is bad.
Did green just become the new black?
Exactly. I'm like, are they colorblind? What's happening here? And of course, my printer wasn't working. I go to your house, I print it, and I'm like, Laura, I need your help. I got to print out a label. I got to send these back right away because I had a very small window in time to get these sneakers for graduation before we
Right.
hopped on a plane. So I, respond to customer service. I fill out all the thing, and it's all done online. I send it in. We're going to get you out a new pair of sneakers right away. Miss Jennifer, we'll make sure that you're very happy. Okay, super. They send me the wrong sneakers a second time. Sneakers come. Now they're white with black this time. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I own these. I don't need another pair of these. So I then call. I'm like, all right, I'm not dealing with like the automated chat. I'm going to call. I'm going to talk to a human being. Get a person on the
Yeah, the
yeah,
bot chat.
that's
They don't
no, and it's
resolve
like they
shit.
give you suggested like little suggested
Yeah,
things on the bot
right.
chat. Yeah,
The little blurbs
that's
under. Yeah.
bullshit.
No.
So I need to talk to a person at this point. I call, I get a really nice person on the phone. We're so sorry. What can we do to make this right? We're going to overnight you the right pair of sneakers. Tell us exactly what you want. I even give them the style number, the SKU number. I gave them everything. I practically gave them my blood type. So what happens? Sneakers come wrong a third fucking time. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What do I do? No, now they're all white. I'm like, this is just bad. So I call you because I'm still waiting for something to come from my apart from my printer. I go to your house, print yet another label, send them back. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just throwing in the towel. I'm wearing something I have. Sorry. Sorry, kid.
You couldn't even take a Sharpie,
Oh, well, you know what? At that point, I
color it
probably
in.
should have taken a Sharpie. It's just, I don't know. It's,
And then we were looking at different pictures of the green that you wanted.
oh,
Remember?
and I said to you, like,
Just like, we're like,
I'm like, what about army
is that the
green?
right shade? Is that the right shade of green? Wait, put it up to next to something green.
Can you hold this next to Kermit? No, that's not
No,
the right green.
it's a specific
Very
green.
specific
I
green.
know.
And I was not having, all these other shades of green or black sneakers, white and black sneakers, all white sneakers. I'm like, no, this is just wrong on many levels.
Yeah, and you weren't calling Payless. This was a real designer
Yeah, I
brand.
know. But they were super nice. I just at that point I'm like, this is a sign. This is three times. Can't get it right. I'm out. I'm out. I'm
I'm
out.
out.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't wear your
absolutely.
sneakers. You fucked up my whole outfit for
Oh, without a
graduation.
doubt. But it's what happens. You order shit online, and you're not always talking to a person. I'm old school. Like I like talking to people. Shocker.
We all like talking to people. So my customer service calamity uh, happened with a coffee maker. So,
Coffee maker. You're fancy with your coffee maker.
oh, well, that's how I roll. Uh, I have the K Cafe Smart Single coffee maker with Wi-Fi, mind
Wow,
you,
with Wi-Fi?
with
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. I don't even know what the Wi.
Are you have
I
are
get
you
the
having
coffee.
Siri help you out with that as well?
Yeah, no, Siri would never be able to help this one. So I get the coffee maker. It's fabulous. It's wonderful. A year goes by. This past winter, it comes with the
Right.
frother. And I like to, in the winter, I like to make a coffee and froth the milk. That's for my 3 o'clock caffeine kick. Okay, all of a sudden, frother stops working. I'm like, shit. What am I gonna do?
Problems.
I go through their
Oh God.
troubleshooting guide, and I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out.
Forward you to the
Nothing is
tech
working.
department.
I'm taking the paper clip. I'm doing everything that
But you
they
MacGyver.
yeah,
What are you doing?
I can pick a lock. I can fix a coffee maker. I can pick a safe. I mean, so I I I can't get this fucking frother to work. I get very frustrated. So I go the Amazon route. Let me just buy a separate frother. Okay. I bought a frother. Thing sucked. I had to send it
Just
back.
not work or just was
It
inadequate?
just couldn't. It didn't froth. It was inadequate. It was very subpar, and it wasn't up to my standards.
Whoa.
Period. There you go. When
You
I make
set the
my
bar,
when I
baby.
make
You set the
when I
bar.
make my when I do the frother, it better be like fucking Starbucks.
All right, when
Okay.
I need my caffeine
So
fix, I know where I'm going.
so so I go on their site and I go, fuck it. I'll just buy a new frother. I pay the 55 bucks. I, yeah, I get the frother. It doesn't work.
Now this is the
Now,
one from Keurig. Theirs. Okay.
yes, now it's the exact same one. It's just the replacement frother. Doesn't work. I am pissed off. So what do? I have to call customer
God,
service.
again.
This,
They have
I'm
your
not kidding.
picture up on the wall with a red line
Yes,
going
they
through
do.
it.
And they're saying wanted. This
This
bitch
lady's
right
calling.
here. If
Just
she
hang
calls
up on
back,
her. Pretend you're
just don't
transferring the
call.
call.
I literally, this is how it went down. I, I call, I get halfway around the world, obviously. This very, she was a very nice customer service rep. I'm explaining the problem. And she makes me go through mind numbing exercises to see if she can fix the frother.
Did you have a rubber band and a paper clip involved this time?
I had one of the a pin. I had everything you can imagine. But I basically said to her, "Listen, I don't I don't want a new frother. I just want a return label. Can you please just email me a return label and I'll send it back?" And then she goes, "Wait, ma'am, can I get the serial number from your?" And I go, "Why? I just want a return label." She goes, "Ma'am, I just want to see something." And I go, "Fine, I'll give you the serial number." Meanwhile, I have great eyesight, even at my age, great eyesight. I don't need glasses. But you know how small serial numbers are
Did
on
you get
machines?
magnifying glass?
No, I took a picture of
You flew it up on your
and I
phone.
flew
Okay,
it
I
up
get that.
and I'm I'm going through the serial numbers, but it was letters and numbers. And I was going, B is in boy, A is in apple, zero, zero, zero.
Wait,
And,
can you
and I'm
tell the
going through,
difference between the 0 and the O? Because
yes,
that could be tricky.
yes. This one, I actually got it done. Oh, but then you have to say dot.
Oh, you have to
You know,
say, you have to physically
I had a
say
dot
dot to her.
and she fucked it up 17 times. I
Did she
was
work for
literally
FedEx
screaming.
part-time too?
I was screaming at her. I think my whole family thought I was a
Did you
lunatic.
yell supervisor, supervisor?
No, I said, we're going to do this one more time. I go, then we're going to have to get a supervisor on the phone. She
Oh,
says to me, finally, she gets it. She gets it right. And she goes, well, we can't send you a new coffee maker because we sent you a new coffee maker back in April. And I go, what? That wasn't the conversation. I just want a return label for the frother. I go, and I didn't receive a fucking coffee maker replacement, so I don't know what you're
so you
talking
were getting all
about.
fired up.
I was so fired up. I hang up. I was so flustered. I hung up and I'm like, fuck this. So a few days go by, I cool off and I go, I have to get this label because after 30 days,
Yeah,
they won't
you
refund
had
your
that window.
money.
You got to get it back to them within that window.
So I call back and it was almost like stop, rewind, play.
Was it the
Same
same
shit.
person? That would have been
It wasn't the same person. Although they did have in their notes, they did have in
your
their
name's up
notes,
on the wall.
they said, well, when we tried to solve the problem, you hung up on it. I go, I just want a return label. I said, I don't have a half hour out of my day to ask for a fucking return label. So now we're getting to a point where it was stop, rewind, play. They said, I'm sorry, we can't send you another coffee maker. I was like, I don't believe this shit. I don't understand. Like this is why people get so pissed
This is
off.
why they go to
And
Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts.
so that's right. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just start going out for coffee because I can't. So
I got an old
what did
school
I do?
Cuisinart baby.
I listen. I'm ready to get the fucking percolator out from 1970 at this point. Okay, I have a French press. I'll use that. I don't care. But I all I wanted was a frother, and I had the order number of the frother. So I hang up on this woman, and I go on X because now I'm really pissed
Oh
off.
boy.
And I go
Let the
at
comments fly.
Keurig, and I just go
You are on
through.
Yelp, you are on Reddit, you are on all the platforms.
I I literally just said to them, I need a competent individual in your customer service department here in the States to please call me back. 8 hours later, they go,
The guy from Fanatics call you,
we will.
didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
David from Fanatics.
they, they said, okay, well, give us your contact info and we'll have someone call you. Of course, 2 days later, I get a call from someone in the States, left a voicemail. How easy do you think it was to get that person back on the phone?
Oh my God, I don't even.
2 weeks later. It was like a SpongeBob episode where they go 11 hours later. It was 2 weeks later. And I called back and I said, how do I get a hold of somebody? And they have this hold music. I shit you not. They had this hold music, and this is what the hold music was. It was Downton
Stop
Abbey.
it.
Do you know the hold music for
Yeah.
Downton Abbey? Do, 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 do. So here I am.
He's
I'm in
singing
the middle
along.
of my.
They
Yes,
should play
I'm in
like
the middle of
calming
my,
music.
and I did it in the middle of the workday. So here I am listening to Downton Abbey going, did it do
They should
15
play like the
minutes.
music from the remember our kids used to watch Little Einstein, not Little Einstein, the Baby Einstein videos when they were like
Yes,
our older ones. And they
that's
played
right.
like Mozart. That's what they should play to calm you the fuck down because you become
Now
irate when you're on hold.
they're playing the Downton Abbey and it wasn't a normal pace. It almost like they sped it up. So it was just like listening to and I'm like, oh my God,
My husband
finally.
talking to DirecTV, being on hold with them. That was fun.
And so after 15 minutes, they're like, thank you for your patience. Yeah, your call is important to us. Fuck you. No, it's not. I hang up the phone. I
No,
can't do it
no.
anymore. I go, and now I'm at day
Well, it would have been
27.
you could have like gotten in the car and ran errands if you had them on hold on your cell phone, not the landline. If you're on with the landline, you're fucked.
But so this is what I did. I hang up. I'm aggravated because I got the box all packed up. I just need to do it. I finally get a call back from Jolene
Lean
in the
Jolene.
States. Jolene, I tell her the problem in 4 seconds. She goes, I'm just gonna refund your money. You could keep the frother.
Of course
So
again.
I said, Jolene, do you see how easy that
She said,
was?
"Listen, lady, I think you should get a Cuisinart," and hung up on you.
She's please don't buy our products anymore.
You
We don't
need a
want you
Mr.
calling back.
Coffee. At that point.
They don't want us calling back.
That's fantastic.
So it was very frustrating, but I'm sure a lot of our listeners go through the same minutia of the day to day ordering an item and then they need to return something and then all of a sudden it's
Oh, without a doubt. Or you call the insurance
something so simple.
company, or you're trying to get a prescription. I mean, it's just
It's
nonsense.
everything. Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. But you would have thought this.
Nothing worthwhile in life is easy, Lori.
That's true. Okay,
Bits of
Confucius. Thank
wisdom
you.
by
Stuff they
me.
purge
Oh,
out.
absolutely. Well, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening to our customer service
Epic fails.
epic fails. And sometimes they do wind up to be a success story. If you have a customer service story that you would like to share with us, we would invite you to post it on our Instagram page.
We'd love to read what you guys have experienced in your own day to day.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.